Hello and welcome to another Doctor Assistant 1 video. This is the third and final part to my Q&A video. Thank you everyone who has subscribed, commented on the Q&A video, like new news thing that I did ages ago, talking about that I'd be doing this X amount of time later. I've finally done it. But no, thank you everyone who commented on that video. Pertwee Smith, 11, Owen Salmon, Superhero Guy, thank you everyone, thank you Epic Who, thank you just everyone. Again, I know I've just repeated that again and again, but really you don't understand how much that means to me. But yeah, there's two questions left over from the Superhero Guy. So first of all, I will answer the non-Doctor Who question first, and then the Doctor Who one, save that the sort of best thing till last. So yeah, so he asked what my favourite comic books are, and I've got a few here. First of all, I've got Walking Dead issue 1, or the first graphic novel. Brilliant graphic novel. Love the art style. Love the black and white sort of stuff. It's really atmospheric, really dark in a post-apocalyptic world. It's really cool to see the sort of to compare it between the show and the and see what is in the show that's in this, and that because there are characters who are in this who aren't in the show, and there's people who are in the show who aren't in this and stuff. Like I think Daryl isn't ever in the comic books, but he was invented for the show, and yeah, which is kind of weird to think because he's been so popular and so successful. Because if people don't like Rick as the main character, then they like Daryl, and yeah, I highly recommend it. Brilliant graphic novel. You should go check that out. Another graphic novel, Marvel Zombies. Really good art style. Really good premise. You know, the Marvel universe. It's like sort of alternate universe, because obviously all the superheroes are undead and that, or have been dead and then come back as like zombies and stuff. So yeah, and none of them can ever die and stuff, and it's pretty scary stuff. Really, it's really cool, and I like zombies. I like superheroes. Put the two together, and you've got Marvel Zombies. So how can you go wrong? Really good. And yeah, there's just so many superheroes. You know, you got Iron Man. You know, you got loads of people from the X-Men, Avengers, you know, Wolverine, Ant-Man, all sorts of superheroes. So yeah, go check this out if you like, you know, Marvel superheroes and you like zombies like I do. Third but not least, this is, I've only got 2 of the comics here. One that I got from Free Comic Book Day, so I'm so glad that I went to Free Comic Book Day with the Superhero Guide. Because I'd have never been introduced to V-Wars, and then I picked this one up at It's a Trap, brilliant comic book shop in Bradford. You should go check their place out. Apparently IDW do the V-Wars. It's Vampire Wars essentially, but it's not like Twilight crap. It's proper scary, menacing, like vampires. Like there's a scene or a comic book panel at a part where there's literally like a vampire bites a chunk out of someone's neck and stuff, and obviously it's sort of like, you know, there's military occupants in certain vampire areas, and some of them, you know, some humans don't mind the vampires and some vampires don't mind the humans, so then they have, you know, children, and then they have like this mixed, you know, genetically mixed sort of child and stuff, and it's very cool because it's like, this one at least is, from the perspective of one of the sort of, these sort of like guys who is like a military advisor kind of guy, who basically has to kind of help the military go along and kind of document and understand the threat at hand, and obviously there's parts where they've disguised themselves as humans or something, and then they kill the humans and stuff, you know, with like innocence and that. But I love how it's both-sided. Like this scientific advisor isn't just like oh yes, and the vampires are the evil ones and they should be brought down and blah blah blah. He's an intelligent character and an intelligently written character. You kind of see it from the vampire's point of view as well. So yeah, those are the three graphic novels and comic books that I picked out. So what are my favourite Doctor Who figures that I've got? Well, basically it's a combination of the 8th Doctor, War Doctor and Davros. I just love the detail, the articulation. I know Davros is limited because of the sort of figure that it is for articulation, but just I love the character of Davros. This was essentially the first Davros that I ever saw, even though technically I did buy Earthshock and Genesis of the Daleks before I ever got to see the end of Series 4, so I love the costume for the Paul McGann figure. I love Paul McGann's Doctor, he's really good, really awesome Doctor, and I like John Hurt as the War Doctor, so it was a no-brainer to pick these two up, and yeah, they are both awesome representations of what they're trying to replicate in plastic moulds and little figures, so and they are both super duper detailed, and this one's probably better articulated, but this one has still got a lot of good articulation, and this one is awesomely detailed and stuff. Could not recommend all these three enough. And then for a personal favourite one, which is probably somewhat above all three of them, is this 2007 Comic-Con exclusive Dalek with claw arm. Because my nan passed away, unfortunately, on the exact same day as the 50th that year, that exact day, so, but before she passed away, she did buy me this, and this was like 25 quid at the time of when she bought me it, and yeah, it is limited to 3,000, and this is the 685th one they made. So, this will always be carded up, sealed up, and I'll never open it, probably, I hope. And yeah, it's just something to remember by my nan, because, yeah, I'd like to think that there's no other grandparents or elderly relatives that people have that would really spend this much, You're a teenager, they'd probably just be like, oh, well, you're a teenager, you should be getting out of these, playing with toys and blah blah blah, but I feel like my nan understood, and yeah, and so yeah, this has to be above those three figures, because of sentimental value and that, and yeah, and the fact that it is a limited edition of 3,000 and the 2007 Comic-Con exclusive, so, and it's of a Dalek, and I love my Daleks, so yeah. So yeah, this has been my Q&A, the last part, and yeah, I hope we have a good 2015, and I hope you all stay tuned for my upcoming videos, and hopefully I will be able to get 200 by the end of 2015. Yeah, thanks for watching, comment, rate and subscribe.